I think most things are about ambiguity. The fact that things are the same, but not the same. They're repeated, but they're different. Colors might be the same, and shapes might be the same, and lines might be the same, and weight and texture might be the same. But given the fact that they are placed in different spots or felt in different ways, they are repetitions, but they're totally different moments and millimeters of experience.
I felt more and more that the drawing should come from what the shapes of the colors are, rather than I am arranging this with lines or confinements or patterns. And I do very much believe in drawing, especially when it doesn't show as drawing. When I talk about drawing, I mean, how are you getting your space, not where's the pencil going?
I think I always drew with color at a certain moment, rather than using line per se as a rope or a lasso or a wire, a black thin line. Instead of using that to allocate or hold spaces, I tried, consciously and otherwise, to provide space without line, but to delineate line in other ways. Meaning, if you join a fat shape with a fat orange shape, or green shape, or mud shape, and it's joined to something else, or not to something else, or it's placed in the right spot, then that particular line or formation of color and colors creates a kind of line that moves in space and yet rests on the surface.
I did a lot of pictures one period that were essentially one color, and I used tape as drawing, and I moved the tape according to where I wanted it to work in space. And a lot of it was sort of luck. Paint would seep under it, or I would lift portions and let the painting seep under it, or push the liquid under it and then quickly stop it. Or feel, let's see what there is when I pull this tape up. And then I would add or subtract to it. I myself was surprised to see the slow emergence in the recent half-decade or so of thicker paint. What I call, for want of a better word, clumps, or raises, or heavy dotting of pigment. These appear slowly and without warning, almost creeping up on me. However, they must work in space along with, if not often after, color itself. In other words, color itself or pigment itself is meaningless. There are lifelong marks that become assimilated, that appear and reappear throughout decades. To identify and osmosize the past and present around you and go naturally, creatively free, head, heart, and wrist. To be in control enough not to be in control at all. To have a dialogue with the work and let yourself go in relation to it. Paintings don't lie. They have their beautiful working order, just as nature itself has.
One cliche I use on myself all the time is the one rule is no rules. And if you have a real sense of limits, then you're free to break out of them. The end.